It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and we are revisiting the famous coral reef. We wanted to do the grand reveal yesterday, or day before yesterday, so I went ahead and put down all of the glass, the tumbled glass, for your benefit, but we need to do the wet look glaze and seal product over the Creva. Now, this is a product that I've talked about a lot, and basically what it does is it stabilizes this product because this is very sandy. And, you know, any animal running through it, or, you know, ambitious gardener with a leaf blower, and it's going to go to the four corners. So this lacquer will cause it to stay put. So rather than pull all of the glass up, this is how much I pulled up. Some of it I pressed down into the Creva, and we're going to go ahead and wet look over that. Then I'm going to judiciously apply some of the other tumbled glass on top after it dries, so that we can get a couple different visual elements going with it. And, you know, this is an important lesson in, you know, when you're working in your garden and you're doing your own designs, is there's always room for edits, you know. There's always room to turn around and go the other way, or go off to the side, or revisit, stand back, take a look, change things up. So that was a motivation and an inspiration that I had this morning that wouldn't have occurred to me the other day when I was, you know, in the throes of knocking this out for the grand reveal. So that's what's happening. Also, our lovely client has finished the big planter over here, and I'll be showing you that as well. But I want to take a minute to have you watch Greg apply this Wet Look 2000. All right, so here's Greg applying the Wet Look, being mindful and careful not to spray it where we don't want it, because it will make everything look wet. So, you know, if you get a little bit on a plant leaf, it's no big deal, but, you know, don't douse your plants in Wet Look. Yeah, this will probably need to be reapplied depending on, you know, circumstances. In a few years, we might want to sprinkle some fresh down and reapply, because this, remember, we're working on mounds, and those mounds will settle a bit. So it might crack. That happens, but it's not a big deal. It's easy to apply. I love this stuff so much, and it really is a must when you're working with this fine sand called Creva. And while I'm right here, look at that planter that the client made. Isn't that so gorgeous? And then what you see in the background there are a couple of followers that stopped by, the Sharps, to see the installation. They saw the street sign and stopped by, so that was fun. Our clients are just having a blast entertaining their new fans. People are stopping by from all over to see the coral reef. Oh my goodness. It's hard to leave a project and walk away from it. You just want to stay and bask in it. I'll, hi Greg.
Hi.
Give you a little fun fact. We glanced at these planters that the client made over here on the side of their home, and I am going to be commissioned to finish the job. Not the planters. He's done a beautiful job. He's working on that, but I'm going to be doing everywhere you see dirt. They're going to get their wall freshly painted. We'll pull up the blue Senecio, use some of it, get rid of some of it. I don't like this calandrinia here, so that'll go. The milii are fabulous. There were trees here, loquat trees, that they had removed, which is why these are kind of small at the end. But now that they're getting sun, they should catch up with their brethren over here. And I will also be lacing these and taking pieces and sticking pieces where needed to make this more uniform. But I just love the idea of the milii up in that upper level. You know, we may underplant them with Crassula argentea sunset. maybe Crassula variegata, maybe some ovata, I don't know. This Kalanchoe bayerensis is gorgeous, but it's going to get moved more to the middle of this space because this is a downslope from the coral reef. Everything moves down, so I want the plants also to be smaller in stature as we meander down to the end. So thank you all so much for your support and your wonderful comments and all the love on the coral reef. What really made this project and why I was so excited about it is the client had so many fantastic specimens for me to work with that aren't usually available to me. It's really made me want to reach out and find some new resources. So that should excite all of you. I mean, look at this giant millii, crown of thorns. I think it's a Bogeri. Dang, you know, I wasn't going to touch that. That's his, and that's something that we did not take out. All right, I think Greg is about done with the wet look. So I'm gonna leave the glass pretty much as is. I like it partially submerged in the wet look. I'll sprinkle a couple of pieces on, but I am gonna resist overdoing it and keep it edited. And I told the client to please look for a pretty treasure chest. Someone suggested a little treasure chest with jewels or coins coming out of it. I think that's such a fun idea. So who knows, at maintenance next year you might get to see that. So yeah, just a little bonus footage for you. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day out in the garden. I hope you were all inspired and had some takeaways from this that you can apply in your own masterpieces. Remember to send me photos of your work at my Instagram at Laura Loves Succulents. Thanks for subscribing, for liking the video, and for sharing with your friends. And for your support financially when you join my channel. I appreciate that more than you know. Okay, for Design for Serenity and Greg and Team DFS at the Coral Reef, Wet Look 2000, and signing out. Bye, guys.